Well, it is a interesting day. Yesterday, a nutbag tried to kill President Trump. Uh, so let me have some coffee and we're going to talk. We're actually going to talk about the assassination attempt, but I want to focus on it from an artificial intelligence point of view. So, hope you guys have something to get your morning started. Drink a little more coffee here. A little bit of background. Um, as you guys know, I'm a software programmer. I did software, I do software that's financial right now, but I have in the past done other software. And one of the pieces of software I worked on was for an Internet of Things type analysis. And and the reason I bring that up is because I'm going to dovetail that into how disappointed I am that our Secret Service is not probably using as many uh, tools as they should when it comes to events like this. And I'm not a Secret Service agent, never been there, never done it. Um, I'm talking third party, so please don't be annoyed by my very minimal, uh, very minimal understanding of all the different things that go into protecting someone. But one of the things that it's hard for me to understand is that my one company I worked for on the Internet of Things, we worked with another company. Now, this is what that other company did. Now, this is at least 15 years ago. So this other company, what they would do is they provided security software. Main target was airports because uh, with some of the things that happened with 9/11, there was a lot of money to put into security at airports. You think about it, you got a lot of people coming and going, very confusing situations, and that's why I think a little bit, a rally like this, where people come through and they get scanned just like they would at an airport, and they did at this rally as well. I heard that from a news reporter who was there, and he talked about how he actually, when he came through the scan, he pinged it, and then he figured out it was his belt buckle. He was wanded and checked thoroughly. Um, this other company I worked at, well, the company we worked with, what they did was they were constantly doing a video feed of different cameras, and the video feeds would go to a control room, and in the control room, the videos would highlight things that the security person should pay attention to. And if it became something that they deemed um, very concerning, give you an example. They would have zones. They'd say this zone is uh, shouldn't have people, shouldn't have luggage, stuff like that. But it wasn't like they cordoned it off. They didn't like block it. But people shouldn't be sitting here waiting for their plane. And so they would, if there was a bag or let's say a suitcase or a attaché case or anything like that left near this zone, it would highlight it. Now, if it was there for some period of time, it was controllable, of course. It would not only highlight it, but it would actually force the security people to have to go and clear it, saying, checked it out, it's okay. This is all right. There's no problem with it. So if it was, let's say, a maintenance person that's supposed to have left their box there because they're going to work on something, then they would click on it, say acceptable, and document whatever it was made it acceptable. That was 15 years ago. When I listened to the reports of what occurred, this wasn't somebody had something hidden under their jacket and they suddenly pulled it out and did something. And this was someone who got on top of a zone that should be clear, that should have nothing but no one should be there. And he had a rifle, and he then laid down with the rifle to take a shot at uh, President Trump. Now, 15 years ago, if this software had been set up and calibrated for that area, um, it would have been highlighted to a security person, and he could have talked to uh, people and had that taken care of. There was one person that even saw the whole thing unfold, and he was trying to get attention of other uh, law enforcement people to get, that something was going wrong. He was in the crowd. The Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and let's say they saw some of this software a long time ago, and they said, "Look, our venues are too fluid. The calibration is too difficult." One, I find that hard to believe because, like I said, this was quite a while ago, and progression of uh, software has been significant when it comes to being able to uh, adapt to different scenarios. The There was even demonstrations from Microsoft. Geez, I have no idea when they did the demo where they highlighted safety stuff that could be done to prevent accidents at work sites, where they could see, oh, you didn't put on a hard hat, or there's certain tools that are supposed to be checked out by only certain individuals. So there's a lot of stuff that's been done that makes me think more could have been done to use software to better inform those people trying to protect the president during this uh, event. AI is definitely capable of analyzing images, videos, things of that nature to say what's out of place and what's inappropriate. So part of me, like I said, I hate saying this because it's my lack of knowledge, but I feel ashamed of the fact that my multi-billions of billions of dollars spent by my country, some of that wasn't spent on producing software that could have helped in this scenario. We all know, if you're over the age of 12, you know government is highly inefficient at many things. Uh, Billions have been spent on projects with producing no noticeable effect. I recently talked about uh, $20 billion spent to get rural areas with connectivity to the internet, and not a single person has been benefited from that. Um, while SpaceX has been able to go out there and create stuff to do that for a fee, but they're doing it effectively. They're getting out and do that. If you took those $20 billion and gave it to as credits to people to use SpaceX, it's just a solution. Even the interest off of that much money would probably give most people access to the internet. So the fact that they have the cash and the ability to do it, but yet this is an area that they have not worked on, makes me sad. Uh, and this has nothing to do with the people that I teared up a little bit seeing the Secret Service rushing, putting their bodies between danger and the president. Still makes me tear up now. They're very brave people, and I applaud them. They are definitely some of the finest people in the United States who serve. But that management, I'm whoever's in charge of the Secret Service, who oversees that area, shame on you because you have not given the tools for them to effectively cover uh, camp areas like this. Of course, there's going to be a lot of talk about that, and there should be a lot of talk about that. A lot of finger pointing, a lot of frustration with the lack of management of the area. You know, Ronald Reagan was shot, but he was shot in a very different way. It wasn't a established area. He was shot with a while he's coming out of the building, and there's people gathered and stuff like that. Even those scenarios, no. Oh man, your nails hurt sometimes, baby. You got a leaf in your hair. Ow! Oh, he charges off. He just launches off. I mean, he's not as gentle as you, Luna. You're a gentle giant. Luna is a gentle giant. Luna's a great guard dog. She says, I would have sniffed him out, Dad. I would have sniffed him out. So, on this sad day for our country and for the poor person whose life was lost during this event, and another one's supposedly in critical condition, I hope they make it, and I hope there's no long term injuries that affect them. I I'm tearful about our government's inability to work through scenarios like that. Now, some people, and I'm addressing a very small section, say that you can't trust a lot of the technologies because they're not um, friendly toward government. Government contracts are sometimes frowned upon when it comes to tech firms and other firms. But you know as well as I do that's hogwash because there's a lot of companies that even just service um, defense and support the law enforcement. So I would encourage whoever is in charge or will be in charge because oh my God, whoever's in charge should lose their job. They really should. This is this scenario was so preventable. Seeing there I go. I don't know everything they have to deal with on a daily basis, but my gut feeling is that there are tools that have existed for quite some time and by now have been highly refined that could have been used to prevent this. Okay. This is sad. I'm sad about it. I'm going to uh, end it right there. I would encourage everybody out there to take their time, uh, breathe in. There's a lot that can be learned from this, and hopefully, we will not have this ever occur ever again. That's a that's a big wish, but I think we are getting so much better that something. I'm going to say it this way: this type of violence should be uh, preventable. We have the tools, we have the techniques, we have the intelligence to prevent it ever happening again. Now, there's lots of other things that tools and techniques and technology will create more of. And as those create more things, we will have more problems. And we'll see what happens. But, anyways, you guys take care. You have a good Sunday. Thoughts and prayers to Mr. Trump. And I'm very sad for the family that lost somebody going to an event that should have been secured.